This great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys have played well in their 2 playoff wins, but they've got a tall task here on Championship Sunday. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. His guys earned the right to host this game, and now just 1 win away from solidifying their spot. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for the Saints. First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Saints.
They'll run on first down. Yancey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Garner. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Number 81. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. That's good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
At the 26-yard line.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Shamar Turner. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Garner. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down. Looking to throw. Garner. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back to throw. Garner. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
He'll run again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line.
Andres Borregales on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. And he's got his man in stride, complete. From the 29, here's the second down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 3rd down and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
To throw, Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Williams. And that's brought in by Knight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hart. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 33-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
14-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He finds his man, complete. That's Hart. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing is Williams. Touchdown! Luther Burden. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Saints first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Recovered by the offense.
Operating from the gun. Garner. Under pressure, they got him again. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Garner. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Up the middle they go. Hart. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to get this one down to the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw is Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 66 yards. And the Saints have regained the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2nd and 10.
To the air once more, Williams. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14 to 10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes. but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 3rd and 9 here.
To number 16. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he fields it cleanly. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Williams now throwing to start the drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
The 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. On play action, here's Williams. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 24-yard touchdown. And
the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Looking to put a drive together. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. The Bears sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To throw once more, here's Williams. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
At the Saints' 22-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hart. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This one taken in by Olave.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Williams Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Williams. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's 2nd and 8. Caught on the slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Williams going to sneak it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's another Saints
on first down. Yancey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Saints 17.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. 2nd down and 6 now from the 42.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He finds his man, complete. That's Hart.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hart, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Well, the focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And some space here. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 30.
Here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Hart. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Hart. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop any like that one. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Hart. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And his kick here is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.